All right, what's going on? Back again. You want to say hi? Well, she's busy stuffing her face with a bagel right now. Anyway, so back again. I get a lot of comments about me applying for a van from Bob. That'd be cool. The only problem is I'm not a fan of the minivan. I've had a minivan before. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff, but I do need space. And we're going to talk about stuff in space and why not a minivan for me personally. So, first off, I literally have four shirts and one, two, three, four pair of pants. That's all I carry. That and maybe a remote control car and my pictures. That's literally all I have. I don't have anything else. Am I lying?
No, not lying.
All right.
It's the truth. Though, you probably have 5 pairs of pants since we picked that other pair up.
Oh, well, I have 5 pair now.
5 whole pairs of
Five
pants.
whole pair of pants. I never had to downsize. I just stopped buying. Simple as that. Society says that you need a whole bunch of everything to live, and I just don't believe that. I don't. I really don't. 5 pair of pants and a trip to the laundromat once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on what I've done and how naked I've been lately. Let's just call it what it is. Let's see. And with that being said, I mean, it's not so much like a space thing for me when I say I don't want a minivan. It's a thing where I'm 6'1", and trying to walk in the back of this thing is like not possible. I mean, it's possible. It's just my back has issues, and I just can't do it. Now, I'm not saying that having a full-size van is any better, because it's really not much better. But that little extra 5 or 6 inches of height helps a lot. Why is it always somebody want to blast their damn music every time I get on here? Can we pull off and move somewhere? Oh, never mind. All right. Some people just, and it's not, well, I guess they don't know. They don't know. Well, I'll let them slide. Anyway, so, and why is it that people want to pull up and then blast their music? Like they got to make some sort of interest or something. Well, I don't understand. Now, I ain't saying I don't blast my music, because I do. At the same time, I'm not doing it to show off. I'm doing it because I like music. And a lot of time, most of the time, I have my windows up when I'm doing it. So I'm not bothering anybody else. Unless I'm at like a competition or something. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway. Why is it ringing? Oh, that's your phone. I was about to say, if that phone is ringing, something is wrong. And so, now that all interruptions are hopefully gone, so yeah, that few extra inches of room helps a lot when you're my height. Also, I come from a different time. I come from a time where most of my neighbors had the custom vans. Well, we used to call them disco vans. They had like the pinstripe jobs and the bubble windows, and I mean, you just ain't gonna find that kind of cool anymore. It's very hard to find that kind of cool, and that kind of cool cost. I've had a couple of them. I love them. Sink, refrigerator, bar. Yeah, I've done that. I've lived that a few times, and it was a ball. All my devices are going off. All her devices are going off. People are blasting music. But at least there's no flies. The flies are gone. Don't know where they went, but they're not here. But we got every other interruption you can imagine. Anyway, I'm not going to stop this video. We're going to keep on rolling. And so, yeah. So I like the full-size van. I'm not a fan of the minivan. Number one, I have a phobia of small vehicles. So very rarely will you ever hear me talk about me having a small vehicle. Now, I ain't saying I ain't had a few, but I have a fear of them, a good fear of them, and I have good reason for that. I used to have a tow truck, and I've seen what happens when they get into an accident. Now, minivans are a little bit safer, but at the same time, when you're talking about sleeping in a minivan, I mean, you ain't got a lot of room to keep warm, and I've seen these things burn up. So I'm not knocking the idea. I think it's a great idea, but the way that I do things, I would never be able to live in a minivan. I mean, spend the night in one, yeah, sure, but live in one, I couldn't do. So I like to buy the full-size vans and build them out. At one time, I was actually building full-size vans, and they were cool. They were really cool. So I guess today, maybe I can talk about one of my vans so y'all get the general idea of what I'm talking about. So I didn't pull out the book or the paper with the stuff and the thing and stuff, but I guess I can pull it out. Can you pull that over?
You mean this right here?
Yeah, that right there, if you don't mind. Just be careful because it's got a bunch of stuff in it. All right, now let's go to the list here. Wait a minute. Everything's falling out. Let's try to turn this upside down. All right, let's go to the list here and see. I know it was a long time ago. 81 Chevy van. No, not that one. We don't talk about that one yet. Ford Chevy 81. Okay, let's talk about the 81 Dodge van. It was orange. I had it for 3 years. From 03 to 05, it had a slant 6 in it, and the engine started knocking. We're going to talk about that one today. Now, I have a bunch of them. There's no question. I have a bunch of them. I'll show you some of the pictures of them. But we're going to talk about this specific one for the moment. That's going to go everywhere. Can you slide that back in there when we get you? So, it's in the very beginning of the book. And, hold on, I'm waiting for her to, there we go. Alright, so, this here is it. Hopefully y'all can, let's see, where's my hand? Hopefully y'all can see that. That's it, and that's the inside, but I don't know if y'all can see that. So that's the style of van that I like. Once again, I don't know if y'all are seeing that or not, but hopefully y'all can. And why don't I just pull a picture out of the thing and y'all can definitely see it. Did I just turn this upside down? Oh well. Y'all might be looking at me upside down now. Oh well. I don't really know. Anyway, so yeah, that's the van, and so that van had a sink, refrigerator, stove, and a microwave in it. I have pictures of that, but they're too dark to see. I also had neon lights in the back. I had surround sound in the back. I had a full-size bed in the back, and one of the skylights with a little fan in it, but it wasn't like the fantastic fan. This here is it. It wasn't the fantastic fan. It was like just a skylight fan from the old days. But that was my first experience with a van, and it was cool, super cool, and I got it for $200, I think. At the time, I wasn't putting prices on my list. I got it for $200, and it was cool. But when I got it, it didn't have a title. It had been sitting. Had engine problems, and I was probably about 20. Let's see, I might have been 20 at the time, and it was good to me. It was really good to me. I had to fix the carburetor. I had to put a fuel pump on it. I had to put a timing chain in it. Now, I'm going to tell you something about the slant 6 timing chains. They are never going to be right. No matter what you do, the timing will never be on. It's just not going to happen. Unless you get a timing gear set. And I don't know where you're going to get that for a slant 6, but I'm sure they make it. But the engine was so-so. In fact, we got to Wisconsin, and it started knocking. Me and one of my exes. It started knocking, and it was knocking bad. It was dying. At least I thought it was dying. And then I bought this stuff called Marvin's Mystery Oil. And I put that in the engine, and it wasn't dying anymore. It's still knocking, but it runs a whole lot better now. I mean, it was running better at the time anyway, you know. I made it all the way back across country with that thing knocking off Marvin's Mystery. Now, I'm not sure that was the culprit, but at 50 miles an hour with a knocking motor, I think that probably might have had something to do with it. Stuff is called Marvin's Mystery Oil. You can find it in Walmart and AutoZone. Any auto store has it. But yeah, it did run a little better. And you put it in your oil and your gas, and yeah. But yeah, that was a heck of an experience. And we used to sleep in the back, and all we had to keep us cool in the summer was a fan. And that seemed to work out pretty well. You open the top and the back 2 windows and the fan and do this thing. I had a 200 watt power inverter running off of auxiliary truck battery. I mean, like the big truck batteries. It's like a 2,000 watt amp battery or something like that. And it was a heavy duty battery. And we used to start, I had it rigged up so when you start the van, I charge the battery. Now the slant 6 doesn't burn a lot of gas, so we didn't ever miss the drop. I mean, I think we were getting probably around 20 miles to the gallon, which ain't bad for an old van, and especially one that old. I mean, it was really good to me. It was a lot of fun to have. So that's the type of van that I would be looking for if I was looking for a van. I'm looking for an RV or a trans van. A trans van is really the way I want to go, because then I'm able to do my health stuff and everything, and it looks inconspicuous, looks kind of like a box truck. Google trans van, 78, 79 Dodge trans van. That's what I'm really looking for. But if I can't, then I'll settle for another custom van. Because that's been my life. It's the custom van thing. That's what I did. That's what I do. So anyway, just wanted to make that video to address that. Like I said, I would do a minivan, but it's just not that comfortable for me. Now, a full-size custom van, now we're talking. Even if it was a cargo van when I got it, I can build an interior. Believe that. And I will be showing you. Yeah, I got pictures. Can I pull? I don't know if I can. Probably not while she's driving. Okay. So, no, I can't. Well, there's pictures. So anyway, that's about that for now. And we are coming through Indiana, and we are on our way to her parents' house. Hopefully it's not like the movie Get Out. So if you don't hear from me and I try to contact you from the sunken place, you know what's going on. Please come save me from the sunken place. If you haven't seen the movie Get Out, you should probably see the movie Get Out. Then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll talk to y'all later. And stay stuff of that nature. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Sunken place, y'all. Sunken place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like and subscribe. Cuz I said so. She said so too. Now, like and subscribe and comment and all that. I'll talk to y'all later.